Alright guys, I would do an unboxing, but I actually had already unboxed the tarantula, but I do want to give a review to these people here, 7C's Pets and Exotics. They're right now going through transitioning over to doing more online sales in addition to their store. And let me tell you, they did an excellent job packing my tarantula. They had a heat pack in there, and also they used this foam here to keep the tea safe inside the box. And then there's the container that the spider actually came in. It's got the holes there, and I already took one of the pieces of paper towel off, but the paper towel is a little damp, so that's good. The tea is healthy. Looks great. So let's take a look. Here's the enclosure that my Heteroscodra maculata will go into, the Togo Starburst baboon. I used to own one of these a few years back, but it was a male, and so it died. So now this one is a subadult female. So I'm very happy to have that. It is a arboreal setup here, but I did put a little bit more substrate in than I normally would for an arboreal, because HMACs have a tendency to use the substrate to their advantage with making, burrows connected to the base of trees like the Samopoas do. And so they have a tendency to do that, so that's why I have a little bit extra substrate in there than I would put in for like an Avic or a Pokey. Well, especially Avic. But, yeah, I just got a little decor in there. It can crawl up on those skeleton arms there if it wants to become arboreal, but it can also make a web down there. So, just a simple setup. So let's take a look at the spider now. It is probably no surprise to you when I say that this is a very defensive tarantula. HMACs are certainly known for that, and this one is no exception. I was told that when the person was putting it, doing some kind of maintenance, that it got into a major threat posture and had actually beads of venom on its fangs. So yeah, nice little character. Look at that. I named her Sherry. So my sister-in-law bought her for me for my birthday. So I am extremely happy to now have a female in my collection. But isn't she gorgeous? And she looks great. Alright, let's see what we can do about getting her in her new home. Wish me luck on that. Okay, normally with tarantulas, I'll use a paintbrush to nudge the spider into the enclosure. But in cases where you have an extremely fast or extremely defensive tarantula, it's just best to put the container that it came in into its enclosure and just let it come out on its own, which is what I'm going to attempt to do here. So I'm going to use my trusty tongs here, and I'm going to pick up the enclosure with the tongs. Let's see how successful this is. Very carefully. Squeeze tightly so you don't drop it. That, like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of tilt it a little bit so it can know to come out. In fact, maybe I can do that now. Here we go. That way it can easily dismount. And there you have it. Just shine the light on it a little bit better here. And then I'll just put the lid on it and let it get out on its own accord. But a beauty. So we'll let it de-stress, and I will do an update video on all of my spiders that I got recently, so you can see how they've webbed up their homes and where they decided to make their burrows and such. So this one I definitely have an attitude to look forward to. So, looks very nice. So again, I want to give a shout out to 7C's Pets and Exotics in Stockbridge, Georgia. And there's our phone number right there. They did an excellent job with packing. Highly recommend them. Alright guys, thanks a lot for watching.